Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to talk about API testing using Postman. So in this video, I'll tell you that what is API testing, what is Postman, how you can use API testing, as well as I'll tell you about the courses that you have to learn for API testing. And also I'll tell you how we'll help you to learn API testing, how you can connect to us, and what more you can learn from us. So let's first understand what is API testing. So API testing is also known as application program interface testing. So it's a type of testing software that focus on testing the interfaces that allows different software systems to communicate and interact with each other. An API acts as an intermediate that enables applications to exchange data and functionalities. It typically involves sending requests to APIs with different input parameters and verify the response against the expected results. So in short, you can say API testing basically deals with the data where we send requests, and based on the request, we get the response, and this maintains a communication between two locations and help us to extract the data. Now, this is the structure of API. Basically, we have a presentation tier where we send a request from. This goes to the business logic tier, where basically it's a server end, and then those server goes for data. So we send a request in form of API looking for some data. Once the data is found, the request is returned back in form of data, and that comes to us as a response. So basically here you see client sends a request to server looks into the database, brings the data from there, and returns back to client as a response. So this is the structure, basically how the API process works like. Now, why API training is needed? So with the help of APIs, you can build as many apps as you want. You can start programming with any programming language that fulfills your need. However, because APIs are built very differently from other types of program, a person with programming experience should start learning the process from scratch. So basically, API helps you to work in all forms, in form of programmings, in form of apps, in form of different platforms where you can just track the data. So that's what API trainings helps you to do. Basically, this is needed, if you say. So you'll get to know more about the APIs when you will go with the trainings. Now, we have heard about this Postman. What is Postman? Postman is a popular and widely used collaboration platform for designing, testing, and documenting APIs. So basically, just to use these APIs, we need a platform. So that platform is Postman. And what's the beauty of Postman is, this is user-friendly interface that allows developer and testers to interact with APIs, send requests, and examine response. So basically, the developer and tester both can work on same platform. Now, if both are working on same platform, you'll find it very interesting. In fact, that's the best thing you can have for, where both can interact. In fact, the developer can watch their bugs and just resolve them as fast as possible. Postman is a computer application used for API testing. Postman sends an API request to web servers and receives the response, whatever it is. So basically, Postman straight away connects to the server, takes the response from there, and gives the data to you. So that means you can easily use those data. Now you see the Postman, how good it plays here. It's like it's handling the complete data in one platform, and no extra work or setting up a framework is required while sending and receiving requests in Postman. So that's why we prefer Postman for using APIs, because we can easily track data and use data to our own requirement. Now, how we can help you to become an API tester? So as trainers, we can help you to learn API concepts, explore API testing fundamentals, choose API testing tools, and hand-on practice with Postman. Now, first you get the idea of APIs, then we can guide you that which tools you have to go for. Then you will have a hand-on practice with Postman, and once you have done all of this, then you will get certifications, and obviously you will have a real-time projects to work on. So basically, we can provide you all of this if you try to learn these API through us. Now, what you will learn in this API. So these are the contents that you will learn in API. So we'll talk about the Postman. We'll see the setup of Postman. We'll talk about the components of Postman. Now, once you are familiar with the Postman platform, then we'll talk about the JSON data. Basically, if you are familiar with API, so you'll get to know that basically the data that travels in form of JSON. So you'll get an idea of JSON data, and as well as you'll get about the authorizations and variables that used in Postman to track those data. Will help you to build a mock server in Postman. Again, run the test, the request in collection forms. Again, perform different operations like CRUD operations, where you can create, read, update, or delete data. As well as we'll teach you how to write test cases. You can perform your test cases using these assertions. You can write your own scripts in Postman. Just based on that script, you can test the complete process of this API. So it's a complete package of API and Postman where you'll get familiar to both of them. First on API, what API is, how to use them, and then about the Postman tool, how to work on that particular platform where you can easily automate or you can easily track your data. So this is all you will get to learn in this particular course. Now, the major modules, if I talk about what we have to focus or what we have to keep in mind while we are learning API, is API and Postman introductions, Postman installations, knowing about the Postman components and JSON data, about the mock servers, about the scripts, working with response data. Basically, if you are familiar with all of these modules, that means you are done with API testing. That means you are pro in API testing. You can easily get job anywhere, as well as you can try with different projects on API. So you'll get those projects from our side to work on real-time projects, mock API links. So all of this, you'll get a clear practice. In fact, you can play with these APIs and just enhance your knowledge. Now, live projects, learn by doing your build your portfolios for employers. Like we'll help you to build your portfolios that you can present to your to companies at the time of interviews. So we'll help you to build all of this. Now, we'll provide you an interview, placement, and supports. So you'll get interviews. We'll try some mock interviews. Again, we'll provide some placement drills. Again, we'll help you with this behavior interview questions, as well as we'll help you with the placement support. So you'll get placement-related help as well when you are connected to us. So we are going to provide you all of this along with interviews, the placements, and all. Now, apart from API, we train on these different testing tools. So you can go with any one of this, watch all of this, and you see which one match your profile and just try them. So we provide trainings on these sections as well. So you can just try your luck here as well. And if you're interested, you can contact us through this. The contact number is here, as well as you can visit our website, as well as you can do email or send mails to us. We'll contact you from there. So this is all we can provide you from our side. You'll get lots of help support, a good team to work with, as well as good trainers to train you. So we'll have all this support from our side. If you have any questions, you can drop your messages, drop your queries. We'll reply to you very soon. So see you in the API classes once you join, once you connect with us. Till then, bye-bye. Thank you and stay tuned.